What's going on, all my beautiful souls out there? I am Crookedly Mystique for obvious reasons, and welcome to a special series on my channel called The Power Of, a self-healing series. And the Power Of series will be consisting of 13 therapeutic healing techniques and or aspects of our creations that are already embedded in us. For example, today's video is going to be about the power of touch. I'm also going to have other power of, and it's really going to be very informative, bringing out the aspects of our creation that we already have. It doesn't require any extra money. It doesn't require any extra strain on yourself to start healing yourself. This is all free. Here on my channel is to be whole. It's to be whole. We're not one of anything. We're everything. So here on my channel, we putting the building blocks together. We're all not perfect. So we're using this platform right here for us all to come together and start healing slowly but surely through truth, nature, love, wisdom, all things high vibrational and high frequencies. And on this series, I'm bringing y'all a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff that you can do. It doesn't require you to go get a psychiatrist, although we all may have different severities, levels to this. So if you feel like you need any professional help, go get the professional help. And also some announcements. Feel free to go by my website, crookedlymystique.com, www.crookedlymystique.com. On my website, I have skin serums. If you have any trouble with skin, I have a skin serum on there. S5 is wonderful for all skin types. I use it like religiously. That I'm so proud of myself. I'm honored that my product is in my household to where I can go, if I run out, boop, and I have empty bottles. If I run out, I can go get it. So try it, support me. Cash App, Crookedly Mystique. I have spiritual sessions that are $50 an hour where you talk to me about different, same as here, but except it's a little bit more personal and a little bit more targeted for you. But one more thing, I also have land here not here, but in Cleveland, Texas. So if you're this summer, you or your family looking to go somewhere, it's on a preserve. So if you're looking to just get away for a while, I have a plot of land where you can bring your RV or just camp or whatever. So without further ado, let's get into the power of touch. Boom, 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 touch. Sorry about the camera quality change. I'm actually going to screen record on my iPhone and record on my old iPhone, my old Android, so that I could get the data and information and screen record and put it up here so you all can see what I'm talking about. You can learn along with me and you can see this information for yourself. Alright, we're going to start off with an article from a doctor overseas, a pediatrics doctor. And this is the importance of touch in development. So it starts off by saying, developmental delay is common in children deprived of normal sensory stimulation. For example, in premature neonates and some installized children, touch has emerged as an important modality for the facilitation of growth and development. Positive effects of supplemental mechanosensory stimulation have been demonstrated in a wide range of organisms, from worm larvae to rat pups to human infants. So touch is important all the way around for any organism. Trees, ants, it doesn't matter. Touch is an important quality of our existence. Touch. It then goes on to say, animal models are being used to elucidate the cellular and molecular mechanisms underlying these effects. In rats, the amount of maternal licking received as a pup has a profound impact on the behavior and the physiology of the adult. So in rats, the licking, it not only had an effect on the baby, but also the physiology of the adult. Meaning, it probably made the adult healthier as well through the certain hormones being stimulated. Come on now, power of touch. And the reason why I decided to go back to the basic building blocks of our health, of our spiritual strength, that just stems from nature, is because we're so lost in all the things that cost so much money to bring us right back to ground zero, when you don't even have to do that. Just learn thyself. Learn thyself as a human. It then goes on to say, developmental delay is often seen in children receiving inadequate and inappropriate sensory stimulation. For example, orphaned infants exposed to the bleakest of conditions in Eastern European institutions exhibited impaired growth and cognitive development, as well as an elevated incidence of serious infections and attached disorders. Much evidence now points to the importance of touch in child development and suggests the possibility that these orphan infants are not suffering from maternal deprivation per se, but from sensory deprivation, or more specifically, a deprivation of mechanosensory stimulation. So what they're saying is these orphans aren't even suffering physiologically and mentally because they lack a mother. It's saying that they're suffering because they're lacking the touch, i.e. why people who are adopted and they have loving, caring guardians turn out to be just as mentally sound as two children, if not more. Subjective. So that's saying that it doesn't matter if I'm your mother, I'm your father, whatever. What matters is that we're getting this sensory. We're getting this sensory deprivation fulfilled in some way, whether it's friends, your lover, your mother, your siblings, your puppy. That brings us to why they give chronically ill patients, they bring in dogs and they bring in pets, because the dogs and the feeling and the interaction and the touch, that's a healing process. It literally is healing. It's the heart chakra. Okay, in the physical realm, we have this emotional body that is actually real. It's an energy that you can't see under the eye. You have to see it with radioactive instruments. But it radiates through your heart chakra, and when you pass your heart chakra, you are getting, which is where I've entered in the last couple of years of my life. I've passed the heart chakra to now I'm right here. And up here, my kundalini is now right here. And it drops for other times, but for the most times it's like this. My kundalini is, sometimes when I'm like not expressing myself, it may get a little jammed, and I'm like kind of getting closed off from things, and I'm not teaching on spirituality as much as I normally do, because I need to go within. It kind of gets jammed, and I have to oil that bitch. Excuse my language. But that's what you are. You are the calibrator, the God, the God, the generator, operator, and destroyer of your reality. So if you're not learning yourself and taking responsibility and being held accountable for your actions, as far as the little things that you could do to uplift your frequency and vibrations to be a more productive, healthy, functioning entity. Not just a human, you want to be all-around powerful entity, like a Walmart or some shit like that. This is a spiritual energy we're talking about here. It's a spiritual power. But I digress. I don't digress. This is all part of it. All right. So we're going to go on to the next. Those are just some examples of the statistics that are out there. The vast amount of information showing that if you're not getting the right amount of touch, not affection, because affection could be fake, touch. My husband and I actually, and it's funny how things manifest, because we did a video, a little small 60-second video of when he came home from work, and we just hugged each other for a whole minute, just like and the energy between us, ooh, y'all just gotta try it. It's powerful. And it's the same thing with children, but I'm gonna get into that more towards after the data analysis and the statistics. Okay. This is another one that I found, and this is from a freelance writer who specializes in healthcare and technology named Taylor Mallory Holland, and she wrote this article, and I thought it was pretty interesting as well. All right, this is fun facts about touch: how human contact affects your relationships and your health, or your health and relationships. The feel of your child's hands in yours, a back rub from your partner, a warm hug from an old friend, or in whatever form, a welcome touch feels good. But why? What happens to your brain when someone touches you? What happens to your relationship with that person? How can understanding the facts about touch make you happier and healthier? So these techniques that we're going to be speaking about on this Power Of series, these techniques all go into your spiritual power, meaning your manifestations, your mental clarity. These are all healing aspects towards the mind power at the end of the day, for your reality to be what you want and to be better for you in some form or fashion. So each of these aspects is gold. It's gold. Utilize it. People talking about manifest. Well, these are the building blocks before you even get to the manifesting power. All right? This makes manifesting so much easier because you can check yourself. We all have to check ourselves. We ain't perfect around this motherfucker at all. You got to check yourself. And that's what my channel is here for. We're here to check ourselves. All right? The science of touch, she goes on to write. Humans are social creatures. Of course, you don't really need proof of that. You know it instinctively. Positive interaction with other people make you feel happy, while loneliness feels bad. There's an evolutionary reason for that. Once upon a time, community was necessary for survival. In humanity's early days, when warring tribes and hungry predators were constant threats, there was safety in numbers. These days, community often means emotional security rather than physical security. But people are still hardwired to connect emotionally and physically. And your brain rewards you when you do it. Your brain rewards you when you do it. So, like I just said, these are all building blocks to get to the mental power that everyone's trying to get to. Manifest. But these are all the building blocks to make your manifestations more of a smooth process. These are the building blocks to clean off your emotional body to where you're not so emotional attached to things that you can't change or things that you can't. Trust me, we in this together. Okay? All right. Community, hugging, and other forms of non-sexual touching cause your brain to release oxytocins. My mama gonna slap me. Oxytocin. I should slap myself. I went to nursing school and almost graduated. And the reason why I didn't is because I left and I had a child. And it was, whew. But yes, oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone. This stimulates the release of other feel-good hormones. I hate when they use like little shit, but it's what it is. Feel-good hormones such as dopamine and serotonin, while reducing stress hormones such as cortisol and norepinephrine. I don't know that one, but yeah. All right, well, I probably know it, but don't know how to pronounce it right now because I want you all to get this. Get this. All right. Facts about touch and your relationship. Oxytocin is self-perpetrating. It's how your body rewards you for making social connections. And it also makes you more successful at forming and maintaining those connections. This is definitely for me because I'm a introvert. But I'm a Libra, so I can turn it on and off. But I'm working on turning it on more for my business ventures. You see? So you are your own calibrator. You are the Mayatian, Mayat balance. You are. So you have to do the work, and we're gonna do it. All right? And with this series, it may seem so corny and so simple, but these small things are going to help. And more towards the end of the video, I'm going to show the techniques that I've been doing with my husband, my children, and myself to bring down those stress hormones and to spread more. And the energy is so beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is. I cannot wait for y'all to experience this. Physical contact is just as important when building new relationships. For example, when strangers shake hands, you're more likely to trust them. Not only because it's a friendly gesture, but because their touch produces oxytocin that makes you trust them more. So you see how this all intertwines, how energy is all one? By you being more friendly and touching and loving, right here, heart chakra, when you break the heart chakra, you are now into the God zone. You in the heaven zone. So by doing this heavenly work and becoming more of a functioning entity, to where it's like, I touch you when I see you. I love you. I want you to be better like me. I want to heal you like I'm healing myself. You start to spread the high vibrations and high frequencies. And people talk about these frequencies and vibrations, but they don't know how to get there and or what it's for. So how do you get there? With these techniques to grow your mental power and to clear out your emotional body so you can break past this. That's how you get there. That's how you get there. And what is it for? It is for your ultimate health, your ultimate power, so that you can function and walk in your purpose. All right? All right, let's continue on. Let's continue on. So touching is also a powerful and universal way to communicate distinct emotions. Just think about all the different reasons someone might sneeze, might squeeze your hand, to show support or in sympathy during tough times, to convey love, to comfort you and themselves in frightening situations. Each of those squeezes says something different, and each one feels a bit different. And then it's blocking, so I can't finish that. But this is some stuff. Start touching your babies, kissing them more, kissing the babies more, touching them, and here's where the calibration and the balance takes place. It's because you cannot spoil, because that also creates a negative effect. Too much of anything can harm you. Too much water can harm you. People say, well, too much love can't. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Too much affection and love and touchiness, it can create a certain type of naivete to a person to where they're dependent on that. So this is about calibration, all right? But start your mate. Before you fix your mouth to argue, go over there and hug your man. Or men, go over there and hug your woman before you fix to argue. Or before you're mad about something. Drop that emotional body. Drop the emotional body. I know you want to be prideful and you want to be that bitch or that king in the moment, and you want to be right. But drop that pride for the moment, because that energy of trying not to do something is also harmful. So we bringing some pieces together here. We are bringing some pieces together here. I need to hurry up with some of this before my children get out the bathtub. So what is touch deprivation? Touch deprivation can increase stress, depression, and anxiety, and lead to numerous additional negative physiological effects. Individuals who go without positive physical touch for a long period can even suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. And this is at artachieveconcierge.com. I like that website. And this one is from the Texas Medical Center. Touch starvation is a consequence of COVID-19's physical distancing. So now you see why they had us physical distancing. Because when you're away from so many people, like before it was like, okay, we close and we touching, bumping, like, you know, it was kind of a more community type of thing. Now it's like motherfuckers is like AI with each other, like get the fuck away, get the fuck away. That's doing something on a grand scale. Yes, it is. They know what they're doing, because you as a human being, you need that community, you need that interaction. Now everybody's like this with each other. That is that's killing you on the inside. All that energy right there, all that they knew what they was doing. Look, the seed starts small. You don't have to take down your enemy by doing something dramatic. It takes a small seed, and as that small seed grows, you can be fucked up. Slowly but surely, a slow death. Alright? Look into your government. Look into it. The lack of human touch can lead to mental and physical health issues, as we know so far. Listen, this is also a reason why I became an esthetician, because skin is so important. Skin is the largest organ of the body. It is the first defense against the world around you. That's why I love skin. It's so amazing. Positive touch, positive health. Because there is such thing as positive touch. Negative touch, obviously. So, positive touch, positive health. Skin is the largest organ in the human body, covering us from head to toe. Another case study. In 2018 study by scientists of the Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee found that skin communicates positive and negative touch stimuli to our sensory neurons. So your skin already know, like, oh yeah, no. It already knows. But when it comes to the physical, that's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect into your emotional body and your mental body and your astral body. It all starts here, and then it festers here, and then it grows. You are a orb of, you are a walking universe. So we have billions of walking universes, and billions of walking universes aren't controlling themselves. They have not mastered themselves. So yes, welcome to the revelation times. All right, master thyself. Self, law, and master. Islam. That's an acronym. Master yourself. Master yourself. This reason why we are being picked apart. We are being picked apart and set apart. Are you a poison to the earth, or are you helping the earth? And just like your body has this field and is a universe, the earth is too, and the earth knows who has to go. And that's what comes into the whole judgment, because the earth is living and she feels you, she knows you, your name is known, your number is known, your soul's essence is Maya, stop screaming! Stop screaming, please! Goodness, these videos are not easy to make. Alright. Your soul's essence is known. This is where your God and Jesus and all these aspects. Well, how does somebody know if I'm sinning? How does somebody know? Because your ether core is interconnected. All is known. So that means that you cannot lie to, you can lie to everyone else, you can't lie to yourself. That's why self-mastery is so important. It don't matter how great you look or how great things seem to others. There really is a hierarchy that you need to climb. You gotta prove yourself, or your soul's gonna keep coming back, and keep coming back. It's not gonna be able to sail the celestial high seas. That's why this Power Of series is going to be so amazing, because you're going to be learning how to master yourself through these free. It's free. You gotta have the time for it. You gotta have the time for it. And what's not more important than saving your soul? Okay? I love y'all. So, the outmost layer of our skin, called the epidermis, is predominantly made up of keratinocyte cells. The keratinocyte cells release a chemical called adenosine ATP, which activates receptors on the sensory nerve to convey the sensation of touch to the brain. So when we hug and feel a friendly touch, our skin releases we already know the brain releases oxytocin. This is just saying it all over again. All right. Excuse me. Touch starvation. When physical contact becomes limited or in some cases eliminated, people can develop a condition called touch starvation or touch deprivation. When someone is touch starved, it's like someone who is starved for food. They want to eat, but they can't. Their psyche and their body want to touch someone, but they can't do it because of the fear associated with, in this case, the pandemic. So he's speaking on the pandemic and how that's having an effect on people's mental and physical and spiritual essence. Okay? All right, baby, dry off. Maybe get out the tub. Touch starvation increases stress, depression. Okay, this is what I read over there. The body releases the hormone cortisol as a response to stress, activating the body's fight or flight response. This can increase the heart rate, blood pressure, respiration, and muscle tension, and can suppress the digestive system and immune system, increasing the risk of infection. People who are stressed or depressed, perhaps because lack of touch, will have problems sleeping. So, the power of touch. The power of touch. Come on, somebody. It's getting dark. So I'm sitting here just chatting away. It's the evening time. It's 6:38. Power of touch. Go hug your babies and kiss on them. Now that brings me to. So I think this is it with my notes. All right. So that brings me to. So now we see the importance of touch. Sorry that you can't see my face as much. This chocolate is just like fading into the shadows. But now we see the importance of it. So how can we use it to start healing ourselves? So you heard me read all the statistics and the state case studies and the proof. It's proven. This is ancient information. How important touch is. So to start healing yourself, start doing positive touching techniques such as hugging for a minute with your mate or grabbing your children and holding hands with them. And just sit there and talk while you all hold hands. Of course, rocking the babies to sleep. Putting your babies to sleep. Scratching your children's backs. Massaging their feet, massaging the palms of their hands. I went to esthetician school, so I know how important it is to touch that skin. The seed of this actually started from esthetician school because of realizing how important the skin is. And sorry about my kids screaming in the back. Can y'all be quiet? It's evening time. They get lit in my house. I mean, they ready to go to sleep. All right. But yes, esthetician school, it taught me how skin is just a super extraterrestrial design. So if you're not taking care of this, and like when we have our clients, it's like the touch is everything. It's a compliment to put someone to sleep, and then now I see why. Because they're so relaxed with you, they trust you. Their heart chakra is like, I trust this person, and that exchange in energy benefits both of you. It benefits both of you physically, physiologically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's just all out beneficial. The ancients used to sit around fires and hold hands. The ancients came up with reflexology to where you're touching the bottom of the foot, and touching the bottom of the foot also triggers certain organs in your body. This is also what we learned at esthetician school, advanced practices. So ancient techniques is reflexology on the feet and the palms of the hand, have sensors on them that are connected to certain organs in your body. So the touch is healing, is magic, it's alchemy. People just don't go over there. I have my camera on. You're gonna flip it off and you're gonna show your naked bottom. Go get some underwear on, please. Girl. So those are some techniques. Also, clapping. I was gonna make a power of clapping, but I think clapping goes hand in hand with touch. Clapping in Indian traditions, the elders of India, they sit and they have clapping classes. It's called clapping therapy. I posted it a while ago on my Instagram, to where this is healing. It creates a vibration that flows through you, in through you, and around you into the cosmos. Okay? Also, like earthing to the ground, your feet, your skin touching the ground. That's why they created high heels. It took the soul away from the earth. Because when you're touching that earth, that soil, your feet are grounded, you're healing. You're healing yourself. The more you learn yourself, the more you realize you don't need a lot of moolah to be the ultimate functioning being. And that's why I'm here, for the people who don't have a lot of money, for people whose reality may not reflect this greatness. You are the greatness. So bring it from within. And it starts with learning how powerful you are as a human, or whatever you classify yourself as in this spacesuit. You're powerful. And with the power of touch, you can heal and reverse so much trauma. You can heal and reverse while also gaining so much power in multi-dimensional form, to where your manifestation and your essence now is like a cyborg. It's a cyborg. But that's information for a spiritual session. If you're interested, come to my website, or come to my Instagram and DM me. I'm trying to figure out a way to put it on my website. I did my website myself, so it's not as advanced. I have a lot of things to try to add on to it, but also being the whole woman that I am. So DM me if you have any extra questions. Also, I'm not done. We're not done. We're not done. In adults, get it busy with your mate. Before you even start with the penetration, excuse my language, touch one another. Women, just grab your man's face, touch him, massage him, his feet, and men do the same thing to your woman. That is a internal binding energy beyond this realm of what you see that creates a connection like no other. Touch is free. It's free. All right. So those are some techniques, some ancient techniques: reflexology, clapping therapy, hugging, massaging, simple holding hands. Those are, come on now, y'all, try it, because I've witnessed in my own household we were already like this. We're like, the Hugheses in this house is ridiculous, but it's now like to the point where we're such a functioning unit, because I started to incorporate more of these techniques that I'm going to be presenting on my Power Of series here. Okay, thank y'all for sitting through this 30-minute video. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Love yourselves. I am here. Hit me up if you have any questions. I hope that you enjoyed the Power Of touch. I'll be coming back with the Power Of the next one. I'm not letting you know what it is, but stay tuned, stay in tune. Look at my babies, they wildin'. Gotta go. Love y'all. Peace.